The girl unfortunately encountered a serial killer. Fleeing in terror, she called her mother for help. However, her mother thought her daughter was just trying to scam her for money again. Even after the daughter explained she was being chased by a killer, the mother didn't believe a single word. She cursed her daughter, saying it would be just fine if you died, adding that she'd long since stopped wanting to see her anyway. With that, she angrily hung up. Her mother's heartlessness left the girl standing frozen in place. Finally, filled with profound regret, her young life was ended by the killer. The girl had once had a happy family, but 10 years ago, after her mother brought home an orphan foster girl, her life was never peaceful again. On the very first day, the foster girl tried to take the girl's favorite birthday gift. When the girl refused, the foster girl resorted to dirty tricks. She plopped down on the floor, wailing loudly. When the mother came out, the foster girl simply said, "I want my mom," successfully winning the woman's pity. Without a second thought, the mother slapped her own biological daughter across the face. Little did she know that the foster girl she was defending was smirking with triumph. The days that followed were a nightmare for the girl. It was the foster girl who befriended delinquents. It was the foster girl who got tattoos. But through the foster girl's malicious lies and frame-ups, all these delinquent behaviors were pinned on the girl. The mother wouldn't even listen to a single word of her daughter's explanation before screaming abuse at her. She even grabbed her daughter's arm, which bore a tattoo forced on her by the delinquents, and accused her of being promiscuous. Later, while shopping at a mall, the foster girl framed the girl for shoplifting, leading to her being caught red-handed by mall security. Humiliated by her daughter, the mother berated her all their way home. When the father learned what happened, he immediately said it was impossible, declaring he believed his daughter wouldn't steal. But the mother had zero trust in her daughter. The couple argued fiercely. The foster girl was furious that even after framing the girl to this extent, she still couldn't win the father's affection. In a rage, she cursed that it should have been the girl's parents who died, so the girl could know what it was like to be an orphan. Hearing this, the girl was furious. She slapped the foster girl hard across the face, but this was exactly what the scheming girl had planned. The mother, already full of misconceptions, caught her in the act. Predictably, the girl was kicked out of the house. The father called out that he would handle it and ran after her. Soon after, the screech of brakes echoed from the street below. From then on, the girl lost her father, her only loving parent. She could never bring herself to return to that now warmthless home. Yet she never, ever imagined that when she reached out to her mother in a moment of absolute desperation, her mother would stand idly by and even curse her to die quickly. 2 days after the girl was killed, the city police department received a report of a dismembered body. A partial arm was found at the scene. The woman, working as the city's forensic pathologist, rushed to perform the autopsy. She immediately saw the victim was young. The detective in charge, the woman's longtime friend, kindly reminded her that her own daughter was around that age and suggested she check in on her more. Unexpectedly, the woman snapped at the detective, asking why he would mention that jinx. Even when she saw a scar on the victim's arm identical to her daughter's, she refused to believe it could be her. She even cursed, "Why couldn't it have been my own daughter?" It wasn't until the woman saw the deceased's belongings and realized they were identical to the birthday present she had given her daughter years ago that she finally believed her daughter had truly passed away.